How's it going, guys? West Cali King here, and I'm back with another commentary. And today we're going to be discussing my thoughts on Destiny, okay? So before I give you my thoughts on sports teams and stuff like that, but today I'm gonna do kind of like a review on Destiny and what do I think about this game, okay? So I'm gonna start off with the campaign. The campaign is like this game looks very beautiful. It is amazing. It looks so beautiful on the PS4. But the campaign it's kind of boring to a certain extent. It's pretty interesting, but at times it gets interesting and at times it gets boring. Like what I really don't like about it is that all the story mode is fighting mobs of creatures. So that's all it is. You spawn on Earth. You know, this ghost guy revives you. You get a gun, kill some people, leave. All right, and then you go to like the last city on Earth or whatever, and you come back to Earth. You go back to some other place on Earth, old Russia, and you fight more mobs of people. You go back and you come back to Earth, and then you fight more mobs. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty much mobs. But I haven't played the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be whole mobs and mobs throughout the entire game. So I've only played up to like story 4. I'm kind of stuck on the array. Because if you've played Destiny, you know that the array is a very freaking hard mission, especially when you put it on the hardest difficulty, which is what I did. So basically, the hardest difficulty is like the mobs are harder, but then you get to a point where it's like the dark zone or something, and if you die in the dark zone, you don't respawn. You have to go back to your previous checkpoint, which is sometimes frustrating, but it's kind of fun, you know. What's fun about it is the hardest difficulty, because you know you really have to think about what you're gonna do. Like I'm always like trying to kill the mobs, and then like I'm nearly dead, and I'm like flying across the room trying to get out of there, and I barely make it. And that's pretty. I like doing that, like those moments, those. And then when you finally kill them, you know it's so satisfying. Well, at least for me, anyways. But it's not interesting. I mean, it's just mobs, but. What are you gonna do? Hopefully it changes on later on in the story mode. So yeah, whatever. Okay, and then let's talk about multiplayer. One of the things that I kind of don't like about Destiny is that to get to multiplayer you have to be a level 5. I think you have to be a level 5. I saw some videos and they were saying you had to be a level 5 and pass the last array mission. But I got to level 5 and I didn't pass the last array, and I got to play multiplayer. So that's one of the things I don't like. But before I get to multiplayer, let me just finish off with the campaign. So far the campaign is like the story mode and like the actual like dialogue and other thing. That's like it's for like an average game, okay? It has no death, right? You don't care about what's gonna happen, right? And then there's this one guy, I don't know what his name is. Like when you go to like the last city on Earth, there's this one guy, and all he says is, "I could tell you about what happened. I could tell you about this. I could tell you about that." But and it's like, just tell me already so I can actually care. But he never says anything. Well, hopefully later on he says something, but as of right now he says nothing. All he says, "I could tell you." So the story mode is pretty. It's like if you had to rank the story mode so far, it'd probably be around a 4 or a 5 out of 10, because it's very dull. So let's get right into the multiplayer. So I did play the Halo, I did play Halo 3 and Halo 4 online, so I really like the Halo multiplayer. And Destiny is very similar because Bungie did make Halo, so it's pretty similar. So I do really like the multiplayer. It's very fun. One of the things I don't like though is like people they have like better weapons than you, because you're starting off, and I've only gotten to around level 7 or 8 playing so far, and everybody else is like level 30 and stuff. And the thing is, when you're level 30, you have like better weapons, and not only that, there's like this level up system where it's like you level up your abilities to get even more powerful abilities. So one of the things you can do is throw like as you saw right there, I threw that purple grenade thing. Eventually you could throw it, and it'll make like 5 different, I don't know the exact number, but it'll make several of them, so it has a larger impact zone. So that's one of the things that I kind of, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that when you're starting off, it's kind of difficult, because everybody has these pretty overpowered well, they're not overpowered, but compared to you, they're pretty OP because everybody has them except you. That's one thing that it's not really a complaint, but it's kind of one of those things that if you're barely starting off, you're not gonna you might not like the multiplayer because of that. So the gunplay, it's really good. So the guns feel great. I don't know, I just really like it. And then like I kind of like the fact that the enemy and you have a lot of health, so it's kind of a little bit more strategy because you cannot miss bullets because people are so good in this game that if you miss, they will kill you. So overall, I do like the multiplayer. The multiplayer is really fun. I've only played like around 3 maps, and they're pretty cool because they take place on different planets. So this is like Mars, I think, and there's also like a moon. So I do like the multiplayer, and it's pretty fun. And then you can get like those your power-ups. As you see there, you see the little yellow bar right there on the screen, right above where it says my ammo. And that is pretty cool. I really like it. I like it. I especially like the one that this guy has. He's like a because there's 3 races, and he's like the last one. He's like he's like a magician or something, and it's pretty cool because have you ever seen Goku? I don't know what it's exactly called, the Kamehameha, something like that. Whatever Goku does, and then he throws like a little blue thing. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I kind of show it later on, and that's pretty cool. You know, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, you're really gonna like that. So overall, the multiplayer really saves this game because the single player, it's dull, you know. But if you put it on the hardest difficulty, you might like it. So overall, Destiny is it's above average. Like if I had to rank it, it'd probably be like a 7, almost 6. But the multiplayer really does save it. But I bought this game for around $20, so for $20, it is definitely worth it. So if you want a game and it's only $20, so if you have the chance, you definitely want to pick this game up. Okay, and until next time, I am